the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Back in action. Once again, the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. We're going to fire things off for 108 laps. A fast-paced, high-banked, old-school action here tonight from Darlington Raceway. It's throwback night. It is the season finale here from Darlington Raceway. These drivers going to try to work their way into a top 8 position to vie for the championship here in season number 6. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you can all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. There you can see track temperature under 80 degrees. There's going to be a lot of grip here in this David Spears Designs qualifying session. Speaking of qualifying, drivers already hitting the track, so let's get rid of that track information and go ahead and throw up some of that timing and scoring over there to the left hand side of your screen. There you can see, well, thought you could see, but it looks like timing and scoring giving us a little bit of a fit, so we'll get rid of that and do it the good old-fashioned way. Todd Craig, quick time here in qualifying. The number 21 Pets in Paradise Infinite Hero Chevy Camaro's going to take the top spot with a fast time, 29.82. Nick Burlow slotted in a close second place. Right there, just about 7/100ths of a second back from Cray. Dave Gage going to break into the top 5. There's Derek Moore, previous race winners, rounding out your top 4. It's going to be an absolute barn burner here tonight. Glad everyone could join us. So as the music fades away in the background, time ticks away off of the stopwatch. These drivers only got about right at about 1:15 to try to lay down a qualifying time. 13 drivers on your timing and scoring right now. We've still got ourselves 7 or 8 out there left to put in their qualifying time. So we'll see who goes out there and gives the track a go. The lady in black, known for giving out stripes and sending drivers home early. So we'll see who's able to navigate their way around this tricky 1.3-mile track nestled in beautiful Darlington, South Carolina, just about 4.5 hours away, about an hour northwest of Myrtle Beach. So get your vacation on while getting your race on right here at Darlington Raceway. Race number 10 here in season number 6. The Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series drivers getting ready to head through pre-race inspection. And they'll hit the starting grid right after your national anthem, and it looks like that's gonna do it, topping the speed charts here in qualifying, snatching the David Spears Designs Pole Award. That's the 21 machine of Todd Cray. Yet another pole award as Cray looks to lock himself in to your championship run. We're going to take a quick commercial break, head trackside for your national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We will be right back.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
fans excited. We're excited. We're getting ready to roll here from Darlington Raceway. Final few drivers making their way to the starting grid. But first, why don't we jump into some official business real quick, as this is the final opportunity for multiple drivers to break their way into a championship contending position. There you can see Bobby Blazer topping the points. 19 points ahead of Nicholas Wing, Todd Crane right there, Nick Burlow, Dave Gage, all pretty much solidly in that top 8 championship contention. Patrick DeSauner, Justin Gann, Michael Overstreet, John Timms, Doug Argabright, last week's race winner at Talladega, and Adam Ross, all fighting for an opportunity and a chance here tonight. It's going to be a hot and heavy battle to see who works their way in to those final championship spots. We're going to jump a little closer to the track and get ready to fire these engines off. Oh, as the bells begin to ring, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for Throwback Night here at Darlington Raceway. You're gonna have 108 laps to figure out who moves on for the championship run, starting inside row number 1, snatching the David Spears Design Pole Award will be that 21 of Todd Crane. Nick Burlow scheduled to start outside row number 1, but will take a pre-race penalty and fall to the tail end of the field. Bobby Blazer and Aaron Hall back in row 2. Derek Moore, Dave Gage back in row 3. Row number 4 here tonight from Darlington Raceway belongs to Argabright Kid. He reproduced last week's magic and walk away with a checkered flag and fight his way into a championship spot. Argabright looking to get the job done with Nate DeFayette just to his outside in that 8th position. Nicholas Wing in the 99 will start inside row number 5 with Brian Tarnowski just to his outside. 79 of Scott Thomas and the 29 of Andrew Walton making up row number 6. Row number 7 here tonight from Darlington Raceway belongs to Patrick Doyle and Adam Ross. The rest of the field will run down right there. Field makes their way off of turn number 4, and we get set to drop the hammer. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Getting off to a good jump is Todd Crane into turn 1 by a 2-car race length. Bobby Blazer easily sliding up into second position. How about the man in that 19 machine? Aaron All throwing it back for us. Got a little bit of Elliott Sadler mixed in with some Jeremy Mayfield. Unlike the way that TRD Toyota Supra looks out there on the track. 19 is going to pick up the position on this opening lap, and he's going to move himself into 3rd. And we've got an early caution on the speedway. Caution on lap number 1. Looks like there's trouble, and Scott Bellum may have been involved in this one. Let's go back and take a look here. Let's see if we can take a look at the replay. Looks like something going on here on the start. Yeah, big trouble. One driver being pushed hard. We'll go down to the inside after a lick from the 4. Daniel Jensen getting it to the side of the 1, and that's going to spin the 1 to the inside. Safer barrier. It's a little softer wall, but that hit definitely going to pay dividends here tonight. Look at the right front. You can see the tire sticking out of the wheel well. That is never good. And unfortunately, Scott Bellum finds himself behind the 8 ball early here from Darlington. Lap 1, turn number 3 is when we see that caution flag fly. But the trouble on the front stretch at the drop of the green flag brings the field to a crawl back behind the pace car. swing Bellum over street all to pit road this time around. Daniel Jensen involved in that one, but not heading down pit road. The 4 will stay out on track and back in the 17th position. He lost a handful of positions on that opening little short run that we just seen take place. And I mean, it's a long night. You're going to see these drivers into that outside wall. It's not if, it's just a matter of when. Darlington Raceway, make no bones about it. The lady in black, everybody hits the wall. It's almost a badge of honor here at Darlington Raceway. You want to get up next to that outside wall just a little bit, trying to scrub that right rear so slightly against the outside wall to keep yourself wound up, keep the momentum built, and fire off of these corners. Long straightaways here at Darlington, big sweeping corners. Very different, distinct corners as well. So you're going to enter turn 1 a lot different than what you're going to enter turn 3. We'll see the different lines unfold here once we get back. Green flag racing, but an early caution brings the field to a crawl. Your David Spears Design Pole Award winner will lead us back to the green flag. The field should receive the 1 to go this time around. So the boss man in the flag stand going to get everybody lined up, everybody in order, and get ready to fire things off once again here from Darlington. Pace truck lights off, field double file getting ready to pull those belts tight and get ready to go back. Green flag racing here from Darlington Raceway. It looks like the one of Scott Bellum after that contact. He is still down on pit road, waiting to stay here early. Fortunately enough for Bellum, it happened at the beginning, so there's always an opportunity to pick up some positions in some laps a little bit around tonight's race. It's going to be an eventful night for a handful of drivers, I can assure you that. As Todd Cray brings the field off of 4, we roll to the restart zone on the loud pedal, and away we go. Green flag flies. Oh, once again with Cray stepping it away. Aaron Hauck going to use that inside starting position to grab the second spot away from Bobby Blazer. Blazer going to have to be methodical with the pass here. He's going to be all over his rear deck lid, but not quite able to touch him just yet. Off of 2, you've seen a little bit of smoke. That's what we were talking about. These drivers going to inch closer and closer to the wall as the tires wear. Is just going to get a little worse for the moment right now, though. Everything seems to be looking pretty out front for your race leader. A 2-car advantage through 1 and 2. We'll drop that timing and scoring over to the left-hand side of your screen as drivers come down the back stretch. We'll complete lap number 7 and bring our total to 100. And 1 laps remaining. Big wiggle off the corner for Dave Gage. Did you see Dave Gage, man? He was all sorts of out of shape. And we're going to jump on board real quick. Let's go on board here with a few drivers riding on board with that 19 of Aaron Hauck. Looking back at Bobby Blazer and that B Blazer vintage number 90 machine. The fastest Ford in the field sits in 3rd. Derek Moore piled in right behind him. Little contact with the outside wall. puff of smoke. Yeah, he keeps it heading in the right direction. But Aaron giving up 2 spots in that last lap. Patrick Coro, let's take a look here as Coro's got company behind him. That's the City Chevrolet 49. And oh, you know what? We're going to get off of this camera view, guys. We're done with this one. 2 drivers into the outside wall right when we were on the camera shot. We're not going to bring that action camera back for quite some time. Let's see if we can keep away from that broadcaster. Already early here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Tommy and scoring. Back to the left-hand side, and Todd Cray starting to step away a little bit. 0.2 of a second is the advantage. Clean air gonna be king. And as I say, clean air is gonna be king. We got side by side off and into the outside wall. Into the outside wall goes, I believe that is Scott Thomas. Yes, it is in that 79 machine. Hard impact with the outside wall. Gonna pancake that rear. And that is a little bit more than a Darlington stripe, but I think that was more of a Darlington slap. Tornowski and Nicholas Wing going at it back here. Oh, and into the outside wall goes that 28 of Tornowski. That was a huge lick. Big time hit. Scott Bellum just off in front of him. Nicholas Wing also right there. Oh my goodness, Darlington starting to give some of these drivers a fit. And well, once again, they'll call it Lady in Black for no reason. There's Dave Gage inside of his 404. PR's Taco Palace and Margarita Bar. Chevy Camaros sitting in that 4th position. Front of the field dominated by these fast Fords as we get a 4-car tango going on right here down in turn number 1. There's the 19 of Aaron all looking like he was going to slot himself into a solid 2nd position, but into the outside wall, scrape of the wall, and he's given up a ton of track time. He's going to fall back into the clutches of Carlos Ramos and Nick Burlow right there. Last week's race winner, Doug Margabright with a 41 Toyota Supra. Looking pretty slick out there tonight. A little scrape of the outside wall for that City Chevrolet 49 of Burlow. Went to the tail end of the field. Scheduled to start outside pole position. Burlow had to serve an into the line pre-race penalty, but has found a way to work his way up through the field. Now working on that 97 of Carlos Ramos, the old school Home Depot scheme out there tonight. Big shout out to Carlos Ramos. And with that paint scheme, absolutely love it. Got another one back there, the Ward Burton Caterpillar. Supported by Patrick Coro. Take a look at this throwback scheme. A little bit of a modern look with the actual sponsor, but painted up in the likeness of the great Ward Burton. If you don't know, you got to get you one of them front skid steer loaders. See, I know the whole bit, and I still struggle to say it. Poor Ward, man. If you don't know, you got to find it. Type in Ward Burton Caterpillar front skid steer loader. Put it on YouTube. I promise you are gonna laugh like no other. And we're just gonna leave it at that. 4-car battle still underway here as drivers make their way through turns number 1 and 2. Everybody chasing after that 19 of Aaron Carlos Ramos right there with Nick Burlow and Doug Argabright. Not too far off. Meanwhile, front of the field still sitting right the way they were. What do we drop the hammer to go back? Green flag racing. Todd Cray sits in the top spot. Derek Moore able to pick up 2nd on Bobby Blazer. Blazer going to move back to 3rd now. Dave Gage quite a bit of a distance off there. You can see Gage sliding out of the corner. Slideways is not the fast ways, but sometimes it's the only ways. New race leader at the line for the first time here tonight. We've had a new race leader at Darlington Raceway. And look at that play of Derek Moore. Man, the ponies pounding the pavement out front, man. Check that out. He's going to get by and step away from Todd Gray. 3, now 4, almost a half a second, and into the outside wall. A little bit of that Darlington stripe coming back to haunt more, and that's going to give Gray the opportunity with a run down on the inside preferred line into turn 1. Gray will regain the race lead. Lead changes, 2 different race leaders. Bobby Blazer just waiting in the wings right there in the background. Little scrape of the wall once again for more. Blazer possibly catching a piece of that as we head back into turn number 3. And I would expect to see more Darlington stripes there out of turn, I don't want to say out of turn 3, but essentially the exit of 3 and into 4. You got to kind of drift it right up there towards that outside wall. And driver's going to have to flirt with that outside wall off of the exit of turn 2. So that's going to be a hot spot all night long. I believe we just witnessed Dave Gage. He's going to catch the outside wall for the first time here tonight. So as we continue, 20 laps in the bag. Lap number 21 goes on the board, knocking on the door of a quarter of the way through this race. And we've seen multiple drivers touch that outside wall. The list is growing longer, lap after lap. Pretty soon, it's going to be easier and quicker for us to run down the drivers that haven't made contact with that outside wall. Battle back here just inside of the top 10. Let's take a look as the 41 of Doug Argabright has the 19 of Aaron Oxfield right now. Aaron trying to work his way back inside of a top 5 position. Started up and forth, had a little scrape of the outside wall, and just hasn't been able to recover since that happened back. I believe that was back at around lap number 7 or 8. So a long green flag run here after contact with the outside wall, not quite going the way that Argabright may have liked. Dave Gage, after contact with the outside wall, running in 5th position. He's going to drop a handful of spots, and he's going to close out drivers in the top 10. But Michael Overstreet's right there. He's ready to pounce. Overstreet looking for a position. We'll go on board with Michael Overstreet now inside the cockpit of that 39 machine. Michael Overstreet trying to make up a position. You can see tail end, a little bit of skew on that 404, but there's damage on this right front as well. Damage on the right front for Overstreet as he's able to sail it into the corner there in turn number 3, wash up the track and take the position away without much of any bit of a fight. Adam Ross trying to close into the battles. Here's Ross making his way to the tail end of the State Farm Toyota Supra. And Drew off. Whoa, close off of turn 2 there. And I tell you what, we're going to jump back outside of the cars. We got some great battles going on right here up front. Let's take a look at this. Let's watch it all go down as drivers make their way into turns 1 and 2. We'll take a ride around the track as the track lights slowly begin to come on. Someone's going to continue to set in the background, and drivers will finish things off under the lights here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Hot and heavy battle from it's about 4th on back to 7th. A lot of drivers trying to gain some positions, grab some time. And there you can see the 19 is going to go down to the inside. Look for that position. Let's go back, watch this battle. Hanging it high. The 97, Carlos Ramos. We talked about how you were going to have to run that high side, how you were going to have to get the car right on the razor's edge, and you seen it last time around out of this Home Depot Toyota Supra. Carlos Ramos almost laying that right rear right on the wall. We'll watch him through 1 and 2 this go around. It's going to keep it a little bit lower this time, maybe a little too close for comfort, but we've got battle for the race lead side by side off of turn number 4. Here comes Bobby Blazer looking to lead a lap, and he's going to get one at the line. New race leader here from Darlington Raceway. Oh, up the track and into the wall goes Cray. Contact as Blazer tries to slide job the 21. Going to come up a little short. And Cray heavy contact with the outside wall. And look at that. You know what? I got to give it to this guy right here. Not only did he give the position back, but he gave up the top spot. He allowed the three of Derek Moore to take control of the race lead, a move that he did not want to happen, and that is a gentleman racer right there. Bobby Blazer, after the unintentional contact, gonna not only give up the top spot, but give the position back to Todd Cray. Man, tip of the cap to Blazer right there. Not very many would do that. I'm just gonna say, not very many would fess up that quickly and on track. So, big tip of the cap to there to Blazer after that contact between himself and Todd Cray. But unfortunately, Todd gonna wear the brunt of that battle, and he's going to scrape the outside wall once again. So an ill handling number 21 Kitty Cat Coin Pets in Paradise. Infinite Hero. Chevy Camaro have some damage control when he heads to pit lane. You can see the right front tucked in just a little bit. That right tire sticking out of the wheel well just ever so slightly, and that's going to be enough to slow him down here. We'll see if Cray can't manage to keep some sort of pace as we continue this long green flag run here. We went back green flag racing on lap number 7. Over 25 laps of green flag action, and here you can see Todd Cray beginning to lose even more ground. 1.3 seconds lost to Blazer. Derek Moore out front by a half a second. Man, he shot out of a cannon earlier, and now with the opportunity in clean air, nobody held him in his rear view mirror. Look for this Wrangler number 3 of Derek Moore to try to set sail on the field and stretch his legs a little bit. Bobby Blazer's got better plans here tonight, already running him down under 0.2 of a second now as Blazer looks to go back to the point. Wounded Warrior on the track just in front of your race leaders. Everybody's out there trying to get everything they can. Final regular season race. Final opportunity. Final shot for multiple guys to break into that top 8 and walk away with the chance at a championship run. We'll try to do a little bit of speculating here tonight. Try to see if we can't possibly give you your top 8 in the point standings before this thing's over. But we are noticing Justin Gann not here tonight. Came into tonight's race, I don't want to say very safe at all. In 7th position overall, just 3 points in front of Michael Overstreet and John Timms. Both of those drivers knotted up, even in the point standings, fighting for that final 8th position in the point standings. And right now, Timms with the advantage, sitting in 6th, Overstreet in 8th. But with Justin Gann not here in the field, oh man, I mean, they can definitely pick up the points on him. But how about Patrick DeSauner? DeSauner not here tonight either. The 93 of Patrick DeSauner may very well fall out of that top 8 as well. So an outside opportunity last week before the race win for Arga Bright to make his way in. Following last week's race-winning performance at Talladega Superspeedway with a great top 5 effort so far here tonight, Arga Bright sitting in 5th. Looks like he will make his way inside of the top 8. Adam Ross, the 12th. He's the next in line to try to make his way into the championship 8. Can Ross somehow improve this 12th position? Can he get the Toyota Racing Development Supra inside of the top 10 and give himself a fighting chance to make it to the top 8? We're going to watch it all unfold here tonight as we work our way around the track here on lap 39. That's not what you want to do. Got to keep an out of that outside wall. Adam Ross, a little bit of contact with the outside wall, but stays heading in the right direction for the moment. Meanwhile, up at the front, battle still raging on between your race leaders. Derek Moore continues to show the way. Bobby Blazer still all over him, running right in his time down into turn number 1 and 2. And this is where it's going to get big. This is where things are going to happen. Catching them is one thing. Passing them is a whole nother ball game here at Darlington Raceway. I don't want to say it's a 1-groove track, but it's about a 1.5-groove track as drivers make their way into lap traffic. The battle. Oh my gosh, hard impact into the outside wall for the 3 of Will Blazer going to follow him right into that outside wall. They're going to drag race the 3. Blazer on the bottom of the racetrack looking for the move, and it's not going to pan out for him. He's going to stay stuck in that 2nd position, but hard impact coming out of turn 2 for both of your race leaders. Looks like green flag pit stops may have already begun. The 41 of Doug Arga Bright gonna bring his Supra down pit road for service. Nick Furlow, Carlos Ramos all on the pit road as well. More contact with the outside wall. No pun intended, more contact with the outside wall by Derek Moore, and that's going to open up the door this time for Blazer. He's going to drive it deep into turn number 1, wash up the track, but lap traffic right in his way after contact. Oh, this is going to get close. Off of 2, Blazer able to keep it out of the outside wall, able to keep it out of the rear deck lid of the 79 machine. Thomas struggling a little bit, as you can see there. More contact with the right side of his Toyota Supra, and man, drivers dropping left and right off of this lead lap. Next driver in line to try to keep himself on the lead lap. 29 of Andrew Long. He is not very far off in front of your race leader. Big hit. Oh my goodness, did you see the lick to the outside wall for that 79? Oh my goodness, hard impact there for Scott Thomas. Todd Craig going to try to work his way around. He's going to do so, and I believe that may be the bore of Daniel Jensen. Is it? Yes, it is Daniel Jensen in that Budweiser Gold out there on track tonight. Oh, just continues to have trouble. Meanwhile, front of the field, out front by almost 1 second. This is going to be your biggest race advantage of the night. Crossing the line, lap number 45 goes in our back pocket. And Bobby Blazer starts to pad his pocket with these laps led. More contact with the outside wall, and again Daniel Jensen into the outside wall. We told you, we warned you, somewhat of a little bit of a bumper cars night out here at Darlington Raceway. Drivers having all sorts of fits. Dave Gage, Todd Cray, Derek Moore all on the pit road. We'll see how long of a stay these drivers are in their pit box. Gonna struggle to fix too much damage here. With a green flag stop, you really need a caution flag in order to really get some of that damage worked out. And quickly down the way and off of pit road, getting back up to speed is the 21 of Todd Cray. He will lose a lap, but keep himself inside of the top 10. Only one driver in front of him that has already made a pit stop. That's the 28 of Brian Tarnowski, and Tarnowski was on to pit road back at lap number 3. So he's going to be making an exit the pit road here very shortly as green flag stops continue. Drivers continue to fall off of the lead lap. And right now, Blazer, you never want a caution, but if there was ever a time to catch one, now's the time. You've got almost the entire field one lap down. It's just yourself, Michael Overstreet, and Nicholas Wing left on the lead lap, and you are closing in on the rear bumper of Nicholas Wing. So right now, it wouldn't be an opportune time for a caution for a Blazer, but it sure wouldn't hurt. A lot of drivers would receive the wave around, but they're going to have older tires, 5 to 6 lap older tires here, so a caution flag at this point wouldn't be a bad thing. Maybe not a welcome thing, but definitely not a bad thing for Bobby Blazer out front, showing the way once again in his B Blazer vintage number 90 Ford Mustang. We'll check in with a few of your drivers that have already made their pit stops. First driver on fresh tires back here outside of your top 5, looking for some positions, and there it is. He's going to go ahead and take that pit spot away from Scott Thomas, as Thomas still yet to come to pit road here tonight. Looking like he may be trying a one-stop race. Derek Moore, 1 lap fresher tires. He's just about a half a second behind Todd Cray as Bobby Blazer looks like he's going to give up the race lead. Blazer looks like he's going to lose this race lead as he heads to pit road. Michael Overstreet, Nicholas Wing, all still out there on the track. Derek Moore going to go around Todd Cray as Cray just trying to bring this thing on home. Just a handful of laps away from that halfway point, so what do you say we set it up for your mid-race report and your driver highlights and spotlights, your mid-race rundown here from Darlington Raceway. 21 car field took the track for tonight's season finale here in season number 6. The second season for these Xfinity Series drivers, here with the All-American Sim Motor Racing. Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. 21 drivers took to the grid. We have still got 18 out there on the track, but only 8 left on the lead lap. I mean, fast-paced racing here. Things spreading out pretty quickly, and drivers looking to take advantage of the short pit. We're looking at about a 5-lap difference on the tires between, 5-lap difference between the tires from your race leader Derek Moore, or eventual race leader Derek Moore, back to Bobby Blazer. Pitted on lap number 51. Blazer should be able to make this thing to the end. Will the drivers in front have to pit again? These two neck and neck, nose to tail, down the backstretch into turn number 3. This is going to be a battle for your eventual race lead. We had 2 new race leaders during this green flag pit cycle. Nicholas Wing and Michael Overstreet both going to lead a lap here. But the top spot eventually falls back in the hands of the three of Derek Moore, who's going to put that fast Ford Mustang back out front and look to capture a checkered flag here tonight. Could Moore join the drivers with multiple race winning performances here in season number 6. Todd Cray, Bobby Blazer, Bailey Dutton, all with 2 wins apiece. Burlow, Moore, Argabright, all with 1 race win to their name. Moore's right here showing the way in the top spot. Todd Cray right there trying to get back to the race lead after contact with the outside wall. Didn't have much time to fix the damage on pit road under these green flag conditions. Doug Argabright not far off, 3 seconds back. Let's go take a look at this battle. Nick Burlow right there as well, and Bobby Blazer yet another 3.5 seconds back from there. So there you can see it. 5 laps difference on the tires has translated over a 7-second differential as we've got a pass on the bottom of the racetrack with City Chevrolet. But Nick Burlow's going to take that 3rd podium spot away from Argabright, who will fall back to 5th. There's Nicholas Wing in the 99, trying to get himself back onto the lead lap. He's got a little ways to go to catch your race leaders. Let's see if he can get the job done right now. City in the Ralphie dog position. And this is what happens at Darlington. We've seen it time and time again. Maybe some early troubles, and then we typically see those long green flag runs, not just here on iRacing.com, but also in real life when the stars NASCAR come to play. Always a show here under the lights at Darlington Raceway, and once again, another great show brought to you by the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series drivers. We head across the stripe, lap number 60 now underway. If you haven't, you want it, you know what we're about to do. Let's get to it. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by with your slide, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe one of the many sponsors coming to check things out. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, while you're watching, show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Well past the halfway point now. We've already given you a little bit of house cleaning, but let's get to some of the driver highlights and spotlights here tonight. We're going to go on board. Race leader showing the way out front, sitting in his number 3 machine. Derek Moore looking to find a way back to victory lane. The man second on track, inside of his Pets for Paradise Infinite Hero, Kitty Cat Coin number 21 Chevy Camaro. Todd Cray running good here after contact with the outside wall. Cray was your David Spears Designs Pole Award winner. Not too much of a struggle to keep it inside of that top 5, so Cray looking to finish things off with a good night. Bobby Blazer locked in to the championship 8, came into tonight's race as your points leader. He just basically had to start and park, but that wasn't enough. Blazer going to start from 3rd. He runs 3rd after leading a handful of laps of 5.8 seconds back from your race leader. Bobby Blazer rounds out your podium. back in 4th place here tonight after an early end-of-the-line penalty at the start of tonight's race. He had to start shotgun Sally. And Nick Burlow backing up that qualifying effort. He's going to move his way back into 4th. Can he get back to 2nd? Last driver inside of your top 5. Rounds out previous race winners on the list, and the cream has risen to the top. All 5 of your top 5 drivers are previous race winners. Los Angeles native Doug Argabright got the job done at Talladega, looking to back things up with a great run here tonight and find a way inside of your top 8 and give himself a fighting chance for a championship trophy. Doug Argabright sits in 5th. Meanwhile, let's take a look inside the cockpit with the man that has made up the most positions. Straight out of Salisbury, North Carolina, just up the road from, well, do you know? The famous birthplace of Dale Earnhardt. That's right, just up the road from Concord, Kannapolis, you'll find Salisbury, North Carolina, and you'll find Michael Overstreet down there at Millbridge from time to time. Up 12 positions here tonight. What a run from just inside of the top 20 all the way inside of the top 10. Michael Overstreet having one heck of a night and one heck of a run. We'll jump back outside the car now as we watch Overstreet try to run down John Timms. The 77 is about 10 seconds out front. Let's see if Overstreet can't reel him in. Meanwhile, front of the field, battle still remains between your top 2. This is pretty much your only battle for position on track. As we drop that timing scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen, you can follow along, find your favorite driver just like we do right here in the production booth, live from Darlington Raceway. Derek Moore going to put another one in the bag, and the Wrangler number 3 looking to wrangle himself another checkered flag, another trophy, and pull even with the Todd Gray and Bobby Blazer heading into the championship standings. Solid run here tonight. And I don't know. I'd have to pull those championship standings back up completely. I believe Derek Moore, even with the race win here tonight, I believe he's going to fall just short from being able to make his way into the championship contention. And what a good feeling to walk away with a race win. But at the same time, coming into a tough place like here, walking away with the checkered flag, but still falling short on your opportunity to run for the season hardware. It's going to be a mixed series of emotions for that man inside of the top 3. Just unfortunate. A few races has kept Derek Moore down in the point standings, and we are getting confirmation on that. I believe Derek Moore will not be able to make it even with walking away with the race win. He's going to need drivers in front of him to still have some problems. He's going to need Argabright, Adam Bross, John Timms, Michael Overstreet. He's going to need some of those drivers to have some issues for him to even have a fighting chance to break inside of that top 8 when we leave the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. Oh, we got trouble. Trouble off and 2. Dave Gage going to pound the outside wall in his PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar. 404. Page not pound, but was off of 3 and 4 here. Race leaders going to work their way around, and here comes those fresh tires. Fresh tires closing in. Bobby Blazer just a half a second behind Todd Gray. Almost 1.5 seconds behind your race leader. So from 6 seconds back to under a second and a half, Bobby Blazer definitely has the pace. Last time around, a 44 turned in by Blazer. Race leader Derek Moore only running a 31.80. So he's about a half a second faster. But will lap traffic come into play? We're going to stay right here for just a moment. Let's watch this battle for second and third as Bobby Blazer and Todd Craig going to go at it side by side through 3 and 4. Blazer going to slide up the track and take that second position away. Craig looking to salvage the podium finish here as we move back in the field. Aaron Alt starting to make some moves. Ooh, sliding off of the corner. Aaron Alt trying to pick up a position on Michael Overstreet, the 39 and the 19. Going to go at it here on track, but all that's going to do is allow Derek Moore to reel them in, and right now Moore desperately needs a car or two between him and the fastest man on track. Fastest man on track last time around yet again. Inside of that Blazer, vintage number 90 Ford Mustang, Bobby Blazer starting to reel in your race leader. Contact with the outside wall for Overstreet. More contact off of turn 2. That's going to open up the high side for Aaron Alton. He will make his way by and into the 6th position. Can he step away, though? He's got to try to put some distance between himself and Overstreet. And here we go. Green flag. Pit stops once again. Todd Cray, not enough fuel. He's got to come back down pit road for a second stop here tonight. He is going to be fast on track. He will be enough to reel in the race leaders into Will. Bobby Blazer have to come back to pit road. He stayed out the first time until lap 51. Yes, he had some help with some early caution laps. So how long can Blazer stretch this fuel? We're going to stay right here at the front of the field with Bobby Blazer and Derek Moore as Arga Bright has brought the 41 to pit road. John Timms also to pit road. Just under 30 laps remain here from Darlington Raceway for the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. It's the final race in the regular season. Your final opportunity to get into the championship 8. And look at this. He's going to answer the question there. And how about, oh my gosh, did you see that? Oh, how did he make it into pit road? Oh my gosh. Derek Moore. Man, he better call his insurance company, because that has got to be in the good hands of High State maneuver of the race. Derek Moore looked like he was going to stay out on track, thought second thoughts, and brought it to pit road at the last second. And Dave Gage, he did his best Derek Moore impression. Unfortunately, he is not a very good impressionist, and he's going to T-bone those water barrels at the end of pit road. Tough night here for Gage as he continues to have struggles. Fortunately enough, though, Gage does appear to be locked in to that championship 8, so the trouble here is really not going to affect his season championship opportunities. We'll go back out front. New race leader, front of the field, 39 of Michael Overstreet takes over the race lead as everybody's going to head to pit road. Overstreet and Nicholas Wing yet to hit pit road for the final time here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Right behind him, Todd Gray, Bobby Blazer, Derek Moore, Doug Argabright round out your top 6. So look for Gray, Blazer, Moore, and Argabright to be involved in your battle for the eventual race lead. Nicholas Wing gonna peel for pit road this time around. Let's go here. Let's go take a look right here. And this is not what Todd Gray needs. He needs to get around these lap cars as fast as possible. He needs to put some lap cars between himself and the rest of the drivers that will battle for the eventual race lead. Bobby Blazer, Derek Moore over 3 seconds behind Gray, and he has desperately got to find a way around this 77. You can see Blazer just off of turn 4 as Gray works his way into turn 1. It's about a straightaway advantage. Still trying to work his way by the Sports number 77 of John Finn. Down the bottom of the racetrack, Todd Gray going to barrel it into 3. He was not going to be denied that position. Gray doing what's got to be done. And again, it looks like timing scoring having itself a little bit of a fit, so we're going to get rid of it for just a moment. See if it can't fix itself here as we are down under 25 laps to go. This time around, Todd Gray still trying to hold on for hope, still trying to separate himself from his fellow competitors, and still trying way into the top spot, working his way around Michael Overstreet now with 23 laps remaining. Looks like the timing and scoring tower having a little bit of a glitch there. 23 laps to go as Todd Gray takes the outright race lead, and he's got an advantage of almost 3 seconds back to the man. We have some fresh tires, and there you can see timing and scoring fixing itself. 22 laps remain, halfway down the backstretch. Todd Gray opening it up here. The short pit, the undercut may work out for Gray. He may end up in victory lane. We're going to see if he can't get the job done here. Michael Overstreet continuing to stay out on track, and that's just going to help Todd Gray's chances here. The more cars that he can get between himself and Bobby Blazer, the better off he is going to be. And Gray going to put Gage down yet another lap. Tough night here tonight for the man inside of that PR's Taco Palace. And Margarita Bar 404. Dave Gage going to be listed 4 laps down in the 13th position. And what a night, what a race. On race fans, 2 quick early cautions here brought the field to a crawl early, but ever since then, we have been clean and green for the rest of the night. Second caution of the evening flying back on lap number 7. We have run this thing out at about, I would say, somewhere in the 80 lap range of green flag racing. 2 green flag pit stops for the driver's skills, perseverance, concentration, patience, all coming in to factor here. And oh, Todd Gray going to hit the outside wall. A little bit of contact with the outside wall for Gray. That's going to slow him down just a little bit as Bobby Blazer starts to close in. 2 seconds is the gap as Blazer forcing his way down to the bottom and up and around Dave Gage. He's going to now be able to set sights with a clear view at your race leader. Bobby Blazer sits in second, pretty safe in that second position. Derek Moore right behind them. You can see Moore working his way off in front of the machine. In a solid 3rd place as Michael Overstreet seems to be stretching this thing. Let's take a look at Overstreet. There you can see that 39 still out there on track, has yet to make his second green flag pit stop, and he may be trying one heck of a pit strategy here. I wonder what those point standings really look like here. Overstreet came into tonight's race tied for that final spot in your top 8. Tied with that 77 of John Timms, who's running in 6th. A great run there by Timms as well, who's on a 2-stop strategy here tonight. Also, and both of these drivers going to pick up points on DeSauner as well as Justin Gann, but they're trying to outpoint Argabright right now, and for the moment, Overstreet is doing so. So he's keeping himself back front in a position, but if Argabright can pick up 2 to 3 more positions by the end of the race, it's gonna be super close on your top 8 drivers, man. We may have to wait and let the points settle themselves down and bring you your top 8, but we hit the track next week. But what a run here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Just 15 laps remain. Your pole sitter showing the way once again out front. Todd Cray looking to reel in his 3rd checkered flag of the season. Got hungry drivers closing in. Bobby Blazer looking for his 3rd win. Derek Moore looking to punch his ticket for the 2nd time. How about 4th place runner Doug Argabright? Waited until Talladega last week to get his regular season win. Came in tonight sitting in 10th. Running well inside the top 5. Will it be enough points for Argabright's season to continue after a championship? We'll find out in just a short 13 laps here from Talladega Darlington. There you go. We're at Darlington. At Darlington Raceway. Oh, Cray! The outside wall. Todd Cray gonna pound the outside wall. That's gonna open up the door, and he's gonna mosey right on through. Bobby Blazer walks his way right to the point. But can that B Blazer vintage machine stay out front? He's had contact with the outside wall multiple times here tonight as well. Will he push it too hard? Coming to the checkered flag. We'll have 11 laps remaining next time around. Pass over the race lead coming on lap number 96. Bobby Blazer going to work his way around Todd Cray. Will cross the stripe. Lap number 97 goes on the board. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3. The field knows everybody looking to run down Bobby Blazer. Todd Cray right there. He wants another shot at it if he can get it. Off of 4 and down the turn. Everybody looking to finish off the regular season on a high note. Personal down here with the turn. Digger Can up close and personal as all these drivers make their way by. What a run here tonight. As Blazer heads back down into turn number 3, beginning to open up a gap between himself and Todd Cray. Derek Moore falling off just a little bit and unable to reel in Cray. So we're kicking off the final 10 laps, and how about a little more house cleaning for you out there, race fans? Tonight's race, 21 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 16 out on track, but only your top 5 remain on the lead lap. Michael Overstreet looking for a 2-stop race. John Timms looking for a 2-stop race. Both needed good finishes here tonight, and that is exactly what they are getting. 6th and 7th on the scoring pylon. Doug Argabright backing up last week's race win with a fine performance here at a very tough track. The Lady in Black. The track too tough to tame will not settle to be conquered. Every one of these drivers has picked up a Darlington streak or a Darlington slap at one point in time through the course of tonight's 108-lap event. Over 140 miles of racing here in these Xfinity Series machines, so these drivers definitely going to be worn out, as Darlington, one of those mentally taxing tracks. It's very easy, and you're going to find it funny when I say it. It is very easy to lose your way here at Darlington. You get in sort of a rhythm, and next thing you know, you don't know if you're going into 1 or 3. The corners look eerily similar until you run up on them, and if you pick the wrong line, it's a big uh-oh moment, and you might need yourself a new fire suit after one of those or a time or two. But nonetheless, Bobby Blazer with a great run here. He's going to open up that race advantage to over 2 seconds. Closing in now on Todd Craig is Derek Moore. Into the outside wall, into the outside wall. You seen it happen just moments ago. Into the outside wall goes, I believe that may have been Andrew Wall into the outside wall as we take a look at the Elliott Sadler. Jeremy Mayfield inspired Toyota Super piloted by Aaron Hall inside of his 19 machine. Aaron with a great run here tonight. Solid inside of your top 10. He's going to sit in 7th. Dropped a little bit from where he qualified after early contact here tonight. He's just kind of been stagnant back there around that 6th to 8th position. So Aaron giving it all he's gotten. He's going to walk away with a fine finish indeed. And we're going to go back here. We're going to watch this battle unfold as race leader Bobby Blazer, he is gone. Almost a 3-second advantage now out front, as Blazer will work his way down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Work his way through the corner. Oh, scraping the outside wall. Careful, careful. Out of 4. Coming across the line, your race leader will see popsicle sticks on display. We've got 2 to go here from Darlington. More contact with the outside wall. Blazer throwing caution to the wind. And it looks like the car's just struggling turning there in turns 3 and 4, but he's not going to have to worry about much. Just 4 more corners to go. White flag flies. Final lap here at Darlington Raceway. Bobby Blazer able to utilize the long run and have fresher tires at the end of these long green flag runs. He's got 2 corners in his pocket. 2 more to go as we hit turn 3 for the final time tonight. Nobody around, nobody to challenge him. Just needs a smooth exit off of 4. And here we go back across the stripe. Checkered flag flies here at Darlington Raceway, and walking away with the throwback win and his 3rd win of the regular season. Bobby Blazer gonna securely be inside of your championship hunt. Look out for this man. He is gonna be quick. He is fast week in, week out, and he very well may be one of the drivers you gotta go through in order to hoist that season hardware. What a night and what a run here from Darlington Raceway as Blazer makes his way to the front stretch. He's going to give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show. Some post-race celebrations underway for your 3-time winner Inside of that B Blazer, vintage number 90, the Ford Mustang parks it in victory lane. And we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Get things ready to talk to your podium drivers. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside here from Darlington Raceway after throwback night comes to a close. What a run, what a race. A lot of drivers getting those Darlington stripes. A lot of them got beat up by the lady in black, but the track too tough to tame was corralled by one driver. We'll get to him very shortly, but first, let's head to a few of the drivers that walked away with podium finishes here tonight. Let's see if we can first catch up with the man that walked away with the final spot in the podium here tonight, walking away with third inside of his Wrangler number 3 Ford Mustang. Derek, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I got a copy, Dave.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after, well, let's be honest, it's Darlington. It's rough.
Yeah, especially after running the 24 this weekend. My wrists are pretty wore out at this point, but yeah, no, that was a good race. I just try to keep it clean for the most part. Didn't, but I mean, yeah, I just tried to stay on the road and not hit the wall too many times, and it worked out.
Well, Derek, looking at the point standings and things of that nature, you came into tonight's race without having really a good opportunity to make it into that championship eight. You got a race win in your back pocket. You walked away with a podium here tonight. So where do you go from here? Is it just to try to play spoiler throughout these playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. I know I have the pace to run up there and have a shot at most of these races. I just got to finish it. I've had a real bad run of luck in these races. I have one of the better average qualifying positions throughout the season, but my finishing is not nearly as good. But yeah, I want to try and play spoiler. I know I'm out of championship hunt. I've got nothing to lose. I mean, I don't want to ruin anyone else's race, but if I've got to win within sight, I'm going to try and get it.
Well, man, let's go try to get ourselves another one or two if you can. But again, congratulations on your third place finish here tonight, walking away with the final spot on the podium. Before we let you go, though, Derek, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Oh, I'll thank Joe Wormter, my teammate, for tweaking our paint scheme a little bit tonight, giving us a little chrome metallic blue instead of just the regular royal blue on the back of the car. And then, as always, thank the fiance, thank the dogs, and thank the team giving me a fast forward.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you when the playoffs start next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the man inside of that Wrangler number 3 Ford Mustang, walking away with the final podium spot here tonight. Derek Moore will finish in third, and that's going to move us right along in the list. We're going to see if we can't catch up with your David Spears Designs Pole Award winner, walking away in second here tonight. Todd, you had a chance at it towards the end, but was that early contact just too much to overcome?
Yeah, that's Darlington. Kind of expected a little bit. In hindsight, maybe I should have just eased out there, and it was early on. But I burned my stuff up early, kind of seeing what we had, and we just wanted to hold Bobby back there a few laps to try to, not let him get out so far, so I can get some fresh ones. And yeah, that contact is really thought it was tight before, and that really just tightened me up. But we short pit it. Was putting ourselves in position maybe to have a shot. Then there at the end, I tightened up, I think, coming off of two. And actually, Bobby was able to get by pretty clean. So it was going to be a fun little stint there to race there. But what are you going to do? Sometimes you got to take it.
Yeah, I mean, those undercuts were really working out to your advantage. But I want to talk about that a little bit of an incident between you and Bobby. After it happened through the middle of 1 and 2, he slowed down the backstretch and gave you that spot back. Was that a bit of a surprise? Because I mean, for our vantage point here in the booth, we don't see that. I want to say common courtesy, so to speak. I mean, yes, there was contact, but a lot of drivers will just continue on about their business. Were you shocked to see him kind of duck down and give that position back?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, like you said, it doesn't happen too often. But I appreciated that, and his apologies go a long way. It means a lot when you're racing against good guys. That if you mess up a little bit, you give the nod, and it helped him at the end there too, because without that and without a little bit of hey, I may have messed up there, I could have made things a little harder for him. But you know what? It's give and take. He's a strong driver. It's good competition, and I appreciate him being here and racing with him every week. And he thought he was clear, and I wanted to hold it up there. And again, it's Darlington, and yeah, shoe may be on the other foot one day, not on purpose, of course, but you never know. But I'd certainly return the favor, and like he did tonight. So I'll take my hat off to him for the win.
Well, class act as always, Todd. With your finish, I mean, even without this top three finish, you find yourself fighting for the season 6 championship. Things are going to get going next week when we hit the track. So, looking forward, how do you feel about your championship chances? Do you think we can get this Kitty Cat Coin 21 some season hardware?
We're fast. I mean, we got to get our consistency. I mean, I think the last 3 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we had a huge incident coming to the checkered, and that hurt bad. And then I think last week was it Daytona.
Talladega.
We had Talladega.
Might as well
we
be
had,
Daytona.
yeah, we had contact there. Took me out there, so those 2 races kind of hurt. So, tonight I was looking for the win, but a second place, like you said, it'll keep us in the hunt. And sure, every race we come to, we're here to win. So I just got to kind of feel my way through a little better now, and not take damage, and maybe give a little bit more just to make sure I have a good car at the end. And if that happens, we could win a championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Todd, you've been here enough. You know the drill. You know how we do things. So we're going to step back for a second, and the mic is yours.
Second place tonight. Don't have too much to say. Of course, Kitty Cat Coin, Pets in Paradise. You guys for putting the show on. Cousin Jess, and the crew out there in Jersey here following me, Stevie and Adriana and everybody if they checked in. And yeah, that's about it. Throw something out there for Trixie too. And yeah, that's about it. Keep it short. But that's about all I got for you, buddy.
All right. Well, always a pleasure, Todd. And I'm sure we're going to catch up again before the season's out. So until then, as always, stay safe and keep it fast.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. There you have it. Final few words from Todd Cray. Just as surprised as we were. And not that it. I don't want to make it seem like it's a big thing, but here in oval racing, you don't see it happen very often. I mean, there's contact, race in, race out, between all different drivers and things of that nature. But it's very rare on the oval side of things that you see that position given back, kind of like we're accustomed to seeing in Formula One. Absolute wonderful thing to see. Gentlemen racing between 2 very fast drivers, 2 very fast teams, and I would expect to see these 2 involved in the championship hunt coming down into the final race of the season. So look out for Todd Cray, and by the time it's time to crown a champion here in season number 6, but we're going to now move on to the man of the moment, walking away with his 3rd checkered flag of the season inside of that number 90 machine. Bobby, you got your fast Ford out front again, and yet another checkered flag. How you feeling after that race win?
Good.
All right, well, so feeling good. How you feeling about your championship hopes and opportunities here? It came into tonight's race with the points lead. You're going to leave with the points lead. Things are going to heat up for championship racing. It's the, big boy pants time, so to speak. How are you feeling about your opportunities?
I'm feeling good. I think that it'll be a fun battle. I know for a fact I'm gonna miss one of the races, so hopefully I can get enough of a lead where that's not too bad, or maybe we have a drop week. I don't know, but I feel good. But with competitors like Todd and the way Derek has just been so consistent, Doug, John, Michael, Aaron, it's just I don't know, man. It's really anybody's championship to be had. So we'll see.
Well, we talked to Todd a little bit about the contact between you and him, and how you gave up that spot. You kind of just pulled down to the inside on the backstretch, and not only did you give the spot back to Todd, but you also gave the race lead away by doing that. Quite a gentleman move to do. Not something we see a whole lot of in oval racing. We're accustomed to seeing that in those open wheel Formula One style races of drivers giving positions back. Absolute got to commend you and tip of the cap to you. Nobody told you to. You didn't have to, but it's something you just felt you had to do. So we just want to give you a pat on the back for that one, Bobby. A heck of a gentleman move there from one heck of a racer, as we've already seen throughout this season. I mean, this is your 3rd win. Multiple podiums. Almost every time you hit the track, you're super fast. So it's been a pleasure watching you all regular season. We look forward to catching up with you in the postseason as you run for a championship. Hopefully you get a race win or 2, and you can bank on that while you'll be missing one race. But before we let you celebrate tonight away, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the race shop?
Well, first, I'd like to again apologize to Todd. That was I don't know if the word obviously would make sense in this situation, but I obviously didn't intend to hit him. We were racing pretty hard there, and the way this track is, track position is extremely important. And at that point, the tires were pretty worn in, so we were racing side by side at like a lap and a half, and I thought I was clear, or I would at least have enough momentum where I'd be out ahead of him by the time I moved up. And obviously that didn't happen, so I'm not I'm not racing people that way. That's just not how I do things. And it's really I don't it's not that serious. We all do this for fun. So like if somebody did that to me, I wouldn't necessarily be mad, but I'd be like, damn. But so I just try to. It's the same way as I treat people in real life. I do virtually on a virtual racetrack that we've all paid a lot of money to be involved in terms of iRacing and equipment to run it. Uh, I'd rather pass somebody fair or reasonably, especially with Todd. Man, like he's had so much bad luck this year. I didn't want to be add to that. So he's always raced me clean and fun and keeps me honest. So I mean, I wasn't. I'm not. I'm not here to hit people on purpose or on accident and get away with it. So, I mean, honestly, I told him if he was flipping through the air, I wouldn't have given it back because at that point, look, it's over. He just owes me one. But it was a Darlington stripe, and I felt like, you know what, I definitely should give that spot back and more because that was kind of a Bush League move for me to hit him anyway. But I would like to thank my sponsors. Well, my team first. EE Sports, of course. We all three of us. Well, we had four. Carlos had some troubles, but three of us were in the top five. That's really good. So that's exciting moving into the playoffs. I would like to thank my sponsors, E-Blaze Vintage, and this is, I don't know, like my third week in a row running this paint scheme. So I'd like to thank my man Gavin at Running Racing Designs because he makes me saucy paint schemes. I want to thank you for broadcasting and everything you do for the league. I want to thank the admins, of course. They do a lot, Dave and Ed. I appreciate them and for what they do, hosting the events, setting up the events. I just appreciate everything everybody does. And I'm excited for the playoffs, and I hope that the racing continues to be exciting and good. And I hope that it's close and competitive.
All right, well, Bobby, again, congratulations with your third checkered flag of the season. We hope to see you again with one or two more throughout the course of these playoff races. But until then, as always, it's been a pleasure, and stay safe. Keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the man that walked away with the top spot here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Throwback night. What a night here from Darlington. And Bobby Blazer walks away with the checkered flag, and that's going to pretty much do it for us. We're going to get ready to go championship racing next Monday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And with producers hitting those buttons, you know the sounds, you know it's time for us to run down your unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot, checkered flag in hand inside of his B-Blaze vintage number 90 Ford Mustang, you'll find Bobby Blazer in victory lane. Todd Craig gonna walk away with the pole award, but come home in second, and Derek Moore rounds out your podium drivers. 41 of Doug Argabright has a fine finish. Will it be enough to work his way into championship contention? We'll find out next week. John Timms, Michael Overstreet right there in the same boat, walking away 5th and 6th. 19 of Aaron Alt back in 7th. Nicholas Swing going to slide home in 8th tonight from Darlington. Brian Tornowski back in 9th. 10th place belongs to Andrew Alt. Scott Thomas back in 11th. 12th place tonight from Darlington belongs to the 12 of Adam Ross. Nick Burlow gonna finish in 13th, with Dave Cage having some trouble tonight. The 404 walks away 14th. Nate DeFate gonna pilot his 62 machine home to a 15th place finish, with Patrick Coro walking away 16th. 17th tonight belongs to Stephen Ayers Jr. and Daniel Jensen, and the 4 has early trouble here tonight, and he will finish back in 18th. 19th to Carlos Ramos, Scott Bellum rounds out your top 20, and Ed Hauck will finish out the running order here tonight from Darlington Raceway. What a night, what a race here for the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinity Series. We get set for championship action, but first, if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop a thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.